In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a piece of equipment that will really help you make eye contact with the camera and create a much more personal connection with your viewers. So today we're going to build one of these. It's an Intercue. It's like an autocue, but for interviews. Now normally interview situations look a little bit like this. And now we're going to put the Intercue in front of the lens. And then this is the view from behind the camera of what the setup looks like. So you can probably vaguely make out that there's something going on here, or that there is somebody reflected there, but it's not good enough to make proper eye contact. We need a light for that. So you're going to need a whole lot of supplies, starting off with some 3mm plywood, which you can get cut to the exact size, and then some 2mm glass if they have, a couple of pieces of angle, a felt tip marker or Sharpie. You're going to need a spigot and a piece of plywood with a hole drilled in so that the spigot can fit in there, and then one of these items that you can get from B&H or Amazon that allows you to connect spigots together. Then you'll need some chalkboard paint, some glue, some polystyrene, 3mm polystyrene with some double-sided tape. You're going to need the double-sided tape to make a whole lot of little strips which will form the rail of the sheet of glass that you're going to fit into the little apparatus. You spray the plywood black on both sides and then mark up where, this diagonal lines where you're going to be placing your little rails. So it's a good idea to put the glass in position and then just draw a line on either side so that you've got the thickness of the glass to be able to know where you're going to put your little rails. And now take your felt tip marker and just make everything black so that you don't have little bits of white showing through or reflecting in any way. And then it's time to mix up some epoxy to glue everything together. So it's a good idea to actually use the sheet of glass to hold everything together in a way that it will slide out nicely when it's dry. And now we can mix up another batch of epoxy just to glue the spigot to the bracket and the bracket to the bottom of the Intercue.
So this is not the only way that you can do this. You can also just simply learn how to look at the lens and just keep on training yourself to make eye contact with the lens, and it does come eventually. The other thing to do is to minimize the angle between the monitor and the camera. Like in this shot, I'm looking up, and it's really obvious, because I'm so close to the camera, it's really obvious that I'm not looking at the lens. So the further back you go, the longer the lens you use, the better it gets. This angle gets less, and it's not so obvious. The other thing, of course, that you can do is you put a phone in the Intercue, and that will let you make eye contact with somebody, perhaps someone who's not even in the studio, or maybe just put a picture of somebody in the Intercue on your phone, and it might actually be better than nothing. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'd be very interested to hear your comments about if you possibly made one of these. And like and subscribe if you want to watch more content like this.